I just came to show you guys that there is a nice beautiful way that you guys can read statistics in this video, and I'll show you how to read social media statistics. And it's basically all numbers. So for example, you go into the nice beautiful social media I have, you read numbers. So statistics have everything to do with numbers. So when you see my posts, you can see how frequent I am, you can see my following, you can see also my followers. You can also go in my nice beautiful channel over here. You can go and see what I'm doing over here. I realize that this is all statistics about my channel. So I post 100 of these every single day. You can see I've got 16 views, I've got 14 views, I've got 15 views, I've got 13 views. You can see over here, you can see I post 100 a day. So for example, that's a statistic about how to do Instagram. You have to understand that also. You can see numbers over here. You can see 32 and 15. You can see when you're reading statistics about social media and how to do social media, you're reading the numbers and you're following the numbers. You see the numbers over here? You see that's all free and organically made. I did that all for free. I posted a video and I marketed it online. I put some money into advertising also, because what I do is I make sure that everything I have is going up online. You have to understand that either way, you can understand that when I post videos, I always have marketing going for me. And now you have to understand that when you do money for, when you do money in terms of you give money for your success, you're going to be successful. So you have to understand that in statistics of social media, you're talking about numbers. So you go this way, you can see over here that what I mean by accounts reached is 53% in the past 7 days, because you can see in the past 7 days have been reached. So I reached that many people with my ad, and that's that. I realized that somehow, somewhere, that many people engaged with I. You have to understand, they just looked at me. They viewed me. That's how many people through my Instagram ad right now that I have going for me has nicely and beautifully over the nice 7 days, over the past 7 days, have made better my life. So for example, when I click over here, you understand that you have to do this much better always. You can see my numbers over here. You can see 14k people I engaged with on Tuesday, and 12k and 11k and 10k, and those numbers there are my numbers that can say I engaged with those people. You see these impressions over here? I made 154,000 impressions, and impressions has everything to do with your ability to just be in front of people's faces. So I reached 67,000 accounts, which is 67,000 people, and 650 people. You have to understand, I reached those people, although I received 154,000 impressions. So you will understand that some of those people may have gone into my account and done extra, in terms of they may have gone into my account or liked the post or something, and that's an extra because I reached that many accounts up here, although I got more impressions. And now that tells me that 1 in 2 people, you'll understand that I realize that 1 in 2 people are coming into my social media to do some extra impressions and to give me some extra content or double feedback. So you understand that is a positive. And 53.7% past, or of the past 7 days has worked for me. You can see over here in terms of profile visits, I realize that when I market inside social media, you can see my nice beautiful social media says that it's a plus, and that also I have profile visits and that it's much better than the past 7 days ago. And you can see my website, tabs, which is a nice beautiful way to say that, hey, people are coming into your social media and doing your social media and clicking on your website. So that's excellent. I also have over here something going, although it's much more worthy that you see these. And in terms of what you're doing over here, you're just teaching people what it all is. You come over here, you'll see that, for example, here you have 540 people have interacted with my content. So you understand that that one's in minus, although it's repeated after every 7 days. Every 7 days, you have to go again and you have to start over, and I have to beat this week I have to make sure that my content will be above 48.2% in the next round. So each and every single week it repeats. And now you see over here that 237 people have liked my posts and 32 comments and 11 saves. So people I've realized people on Instagram can choose to save my I realize they can choose to save my photos. And also over here I have shares. So in shares I realize they're sharing my post. I realize that's all content interaction. So what you have to look out for is that you are really looking out for the views. You can see that you have over here 535 views. So I realize that likes and comments and saves and shares and story interactions and shares over here are all adding up into 534 views. You have to understand that total followers is 774 views, although they're following me for life. I realize that, for example, when you go in here, you can see my nice steady uphill climb and then a steady downhill climb. Although guess what? You will understand that you see the red line? You see that red line shows me how many people are unfollowing me throughout time and how many people are following me is in the green. So you can see that I boosted my nice quality over here and then it went down. And now why did it go down? Because Mark Zuckerberg blocked me. You understand that when I was engaging people and liking their content, you understand that more people liked me on that day because I was liking them. And then so I realized all of a sudden when I stopped to engage them online and I stopped to like their profile posts, you understand it went down. And now why is that? I realized it's because Mark Zuckerberg blocked me. You understand? So that is why. And now I made sure that from now on, instead of liking 170 posts an hour, I will go and like 100 posts an hour. And if he blocks me again for 6 days, I will then go to do 75 likes per hour because I still need to engage people so that I can get my content up. And that's the whole point of that. I realize although that you can see that my nice beautiful profile here has raised in terms of the previous 7 days. I have increased my nice beautiful following by 18% of my total following. I mean, do you understand that? I realize it's about the total of my total following. I realize that is excellent. You can now see over here that 73% of the men are watching me and also 27% of the women. You can see these interactions here is how many views you get per hour in terms of the day. So you would see that on average, I get around, you can say around 250. You can say around 250 views a day in terms of every single 3 hours, I get 250 views a day, which is nice and beautiful, steady progress over here to show you that at 9 p.m. is 290 views I may get every single day in terms of every single hour. So per day, I'll show you per day. I realize on Sundays, you can see my views per day, that these accounts are coming into my account and they're active inside my account. And you can see that it's over 3,000 people a day. You can see that. And that means that I'm throwing money into Instagram ads so that I can get these views. And now it's much better that you do so that you can get results faster, because otherwise you have to do it for free in a free organic way. And now there's nothing wrong with that and there's nothing right about that either. Although if you can do it for free and also give some money for it, you also boost your success. I realize now that when I go into my beautiful YouTube studio over here, you understand that you also see some more advice on how to do so. And it's really experience. You have to understand, I'm giving you experience about my nice, beautiful statistics over here that I've been progressing with for the past 5 months. And you have to understand that it's really, now that you understand that I also can do that, although you have to understand it's really that you see my real-time views over here is 26 views in the past 48 hours. I realize that we're all looking to see about the views. You see I've got 5 views there. I have over here, I have 734 minutes watched. So I realize that you can see my YouTube account and it's going up. You can see that nice beautiful highlight is going up. You can see my views over here. You can see my views over here is 319 views. So it's going up and the arrow is pointing up. So that's excellent. I realize that when you have your YouTube studio doing that, I realize it's excellent. Although everything else is the average time that they watch my videos, and also you can see over here the subscribe button is going up, and you can see over here what is channeling in top videos, and everything else is the likes versus dislikes, although I don't know what that is. I still have to learn. Although you can see that my Rothschilds video is going up in terms of 170 minutes. And now my impressions over here are going up, which is to say that I have 13,114 people who've actually viewed my content inside YouTube already. And they've actually seen it and viewed it. And that's all that impressions is. I realize that the more impressions you have, I realize the more views you have, and that's that. I realize now when you see the impression click-through rate, you understand that it really means how many people are clicking on your videos from all your impressions and from all your feedback. So what you need to do is you need to have the click-through rate much bigger. So what you can do here is do much more content online, and that's all you can do. And you can also make sure to go and do some live appearances in front of people, and that way they're going to click on your content much more. And that's all that I realize that's all that it serves. You have to understand that, for example, with traffic source types, I realize that these places are where people are finding me. You can see over here that people are finding me in channel pages and externally somewhere, and also my browse features in terms of the YouTube features. And here we have the notifications and playlists. I realize the playlist one is coming from Instagram, and also the other YouTube features are based on other videos inside the YouTube segment. I realize in terms of the nice beautiful way to say that it's related to content based on my videos. I realize that it's also from YouTube search straight up. I realize straight up from YouTube search, and suggested videos also, and direct or unknown is coming probably. I realize that one's probably coming from me, and also playlist page. I realize that's probably coming from me also. And now over here you can see that top external sources is happening from, I mean, this is where the traffic is coming from, and it's Facebook. And Facebook, for example, I am posting and adding new people, and I'm actually generating all this nice beautiful percentages. And also in LinkedIn has started, and Instagram, which is the Facebook ads, and you can see Facebook Messenger, and some people are adding me in Facebook Messenger, and they're also sharing my content around in that. And then you have Creator Studio is me, and other is probably me, and you have also LinkedIn Android, and you have LinkedIn as well. So LinkedIn is working. Whereas over here you have top YouTube Studio stuff. So this means that this is where people are watching my content, and it gives me the title. So I'm able to go and target these people. So Rothschild is working the most at the moment, so I can go just create videos about Rothschilds. I can go create videos about my story, and I can go create videos about only the top statistics on my page if I choose to. That's what that is about. I will say that over here you can see that United Kingdom is 17.7% of people who are watching me, and also Australia. You can see that they have 7.1%. Realize now that I can also add numbers into my financial calculator to say that this is all got to do with my belongings in financial growth, because as you grow you also must market. So it's a nice beautiful way to say you must market yourself today to understand numbers. So when you go here into TikTok, you understand that I post videos online. I have 64 likes, I have 9 followers, and you see all these views over here. I mean, that's all that you can see in terms of the statistics in TikTok. So you have to understand that it's all free and organic. So I just post my video and I hashtag it with the same hashtags, and it works. I mean, it's just free views, and that's all you need. I mean, when you go into Instagram, you see my free views here. You see my free views here. I have 33 views, and that's excellent. I have 33 views there. I have some views here. I have views in all social medias, and that's how it adds up, and that's how it works. I realize that when I go into my Snapchat, you can see me over here. You can see me. I say hello. So it's a nice, beautiful way for me to say hello, and also you can see over here that my Snapchat helps me to see my video along with my screen recording, which is amazing. And over here, you see that people are sharing me. See people are sharing me around. You can see over here that somebody's sharing me around. Then you can click and go upwards and you can say Nadia. So some woman is sharing my nice, beautiful fashion design clothing and what I put on. And I have 30 views there. So that's a nice, beautiful way to say that I can get on camera like this. I can teach you how to really do, I can realize I can teach you how to do some statistics around social media. You now go around here. I'll show you my Facebook. Go into my Facebook. Realize in my Facebook over here, you can see I have views. I have extra views over here. I have 33 views over here. I realize it's because I'm adding new people. I'm adding new people into my, I realize I'm adding new people into my social media and deleting them. I realize that's why you see one other. I realize one other, although I'll delete these people very soon so that I can add new people, so that I can gain new content and so that new people can find me. Although when I go into my life coaching studio over here, I have new people over here and that's where I invite people, although I have extra views over here. And now that's going to grow. I promise you that's growing currently. And now when I go into my nice, beautiful social media over here, which is my Facebook page, I have 72 followers here who are following me. And then, for example, I can go and I can make sure to press my community button and I can press invite friends. I can invite people over here. I can select all these people to make sure that they come and see me. And then I can also go and check out LinkedIn so that you can see how that goes. You can now see over here, you can understand that my network over here will show me all my friends. In terms of my profile over here, you can see 261 connections. So I have 216 connections and you can see my post views over here. I promise you now, what we're looking to see is how many people are watching you overall, because you understand that marketing is all about that. I realize marketing is all about making sure that people are viewing you. You have to understand that 3 people are viewing me right now. I realize that they're viewing my phone. I realize, you see this? I promise you, this is a perfect example of something that I can do also inside my Instagram, and that's post my nice, beautiful YouTube videos, and people can see me. I mean, 3 views. I mean, people are already aware of me being on YouTube. I mean, these 3 are always going to come and see what I have to do in YouTube. I realize that they're always going to check me out. And now, when they come into my profile over here, I realize they're going to find a nice, beautiful page that is full of activity. I realize they'll click over here and they'll see my post. I mean, 44 views. I mean, 44 people see my post that is from YouTube. I realize that they are aware of my post. I mean, another 29 people see my views. I realize that another 29 people seen my Rothschilds video. I realize over here, I have another 51 views. I realize that the more people I add in social media, the better. I realize I have 2 likes over here with 81 views. I realize over here, I have 83 views. You see how people are coming to see my posts. And it's helpful that you understand that you keep adding 10 people via social media and deleting them so that you can gain more views. And now I'll show you that process really quickly. You just understand to see these views over here, and it's nice and beautiful that the more attention you get, the better. And you see 1 like and 52 views. You can see I write something random on the top. You check this out and people come to see. You have to understand that they will see me and they're all aware of me. I promise you, they're all aware of me. You see this one has 103 views. You see this one has 17 views. You see this one, I promise you, they all have some views going. You see this one has 142 views over here. You can now see this one has 82. You see when I click on this one, you can see that 3 of them are students. You can see 3 of them are salesperson and recruiter, for example. You can see that it gives you some extra knowledge about them. Although I don't care about who they are, I realize I care about the views. I just care about the numbers over here because that's what's important. So when you're staying consistent like this, you'll grab some views. You'll grab some views. I post 1 hour a day. I realize I post 1 hour a day into LinkedIn every single day because of this. I realize it's because people are viewing and people are watching you always. You have to understand, you see every single video has a post, and I've been posting here. You can say 6 days. You see 6 days over here. You see 6 days. You see 5 days. You see 5 days. You see 5 days. You see 5. You see 4 days. Although I'm posting every hour. You have to understand that every hour I post. And now you can see 4 days. 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 You can say 4 days. You can say 4 days. And over here I have more over here. Although I understand that you can even go to the right over here and check out what this is. I mean, never be closed-minded about anything, although you can see different people and from where they are. And now from the UK, I promise you that since I do have people checking out my YouTube account from the UK, I promise you that it's probably coming from LinkedIn, because people in LinkedIn are from the UK. I can see it. I can see now why my YouTube account is showing me all these different types of countries. And now it's all got to do with the people in social media. And now I have 242 follows in my nice beautiful LinkedIn, although I'm just teaching you how you can get around social media much better today. So what I do every hour is I do double click, I'll go 1, I'll go 2, I'll go 3, I'll go 4, I'll go 5. I mean, 5 times 2 clicks is 10. I add 10 people every hour, and that's equates to 240 people a day. And now I don't care about what they do from this point. I promise you, from this point, I'll go and post a link. I'll go and post a link over here. You watch me now. I'll go into my YouTube channel. I'll go into one of my playlist videos. I mean, this is 1 hour series and 1 minute series. I don't care which one it is, because the main thing is that they see me. You'll now see this. I'll go into LinkedIn profile. So I'll just go here. I'll say share and post. I make sure to show you how I social media so that you can go to social media. You go, you must realize a better way to understand your life. Now, otherwise, you never live. Otherwise, now is the time also that my alarm for my phone is also telling me to do this. And now, for example, all I do is I go and get my hashtags. I get my hashtags over here. I have some ready-made ones over here. You can see hashtags. I've got hashtags there. That one's for Instagram. I'll just write here. You can do this also. I'll say Instagram. I'll say Instagram. I'll say over here Instagram only. I say that's for Instagram only, because Instagram for myself is a modeling one. I have over here, I have LinkedIn. I can post these hashtags at LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I can post these ones in Instagram also. And now, for example, I just come here, I press that one. And now I put my Instagram over here anyway, to just say at Danny Milivojevic Instagram, and I have my YouTube account anyway. And inside my YouTube account, I linked my Instagram. I need you to see this. I go view post. I take one screenshot. I do one screenshot. And now I do a screenshot right here, so that they can see my Instagram also, and also the YouTube comments over here, which is the YouTube video right here. And the full segment with that. Although I don't care that they see the quote or not. I don't care about that. I care that they see that I'm on YouTube and my Instagram. And now I'll go here into my stories. I'll post a new story here. I'll post a new story. And I'll post, and I'll press this one. I'll press share story. And now that's going to share. You can see my posts over here are happening. And now I said every hour, although I do every hour. And I do every hour because that's my goal. And you have to understand that anything else that may be skipped or been skipping in between the hour, and it's because I've been doing videos on the side or something else on the side. Although I make sure to keep up and do this every hour. You have to understand that I still have to achieve my goals. You have to understand that I try to do this every hour. I try to make one post in terms of a snapshot like this and post a story with this one on it. So I link my LinkedIn account and I link one of my videos every hour into LinkedIn while I add 10 people. I add 10 people every single hour while I link one link into Instagram and all social medias and LinkedIn so that people can come give me views. And now that's why I get views and impressions inside of my YouTube. You can see that these impressions have skyrocketed from 8,000 to 13,000 just because I do this with LinkedIn and social medias. And I add people, and then I delete them. And now with LinkedIn, I never do this. I never do it with LinkedIn because I have no need to delete people in LinkedIn because I can add 30,000 people and then start doing it. You understand that with LinkedIn, I'll just keep doing it until the 30,000 mark, and then I'll delete 10 people, and then I'll add 10 people. I promise you that's what I do on my beautiful LinkedIn. And now with TikTok, for example, I'll go into TikTok, and now I don't follow people on TikTok. I although will say that I do not understand or know anything in life, although you understand that what I can do is do the experience of this. I can add 10 people here. I can add 1, I can 2, I can say 2 and 3. I can add 10 people. I have over here, I'll probably show that's a request. I see 5, I see 6, I see 7, I see 8, I see 9, I see 10. I have David Hunt as well. Otherwise, he's going to come see me too. Otherwise, that's one of my mates. And you have to understand that I just follow them. You see, these people are following me back, although I'll never follow them. I realize that they already seen me. I realize that they've seen me and they're my followers and fans. I never need to follow them ever. So what's the deal here with following them? I realize, why did I follow these people? Because you have to understand that every hour, I'll delete them. I'll come here and I will go and unfollow them. I'll just unfollow them, and then I'll go here, I'll go downstairs here, and I'll go add some new people. And then why is that? Because those people have already seen me. I promise you, within the hour, I promise you, these people have probably accepted me and seen my profile. And I don't care if they do or not. Although, the main idea is I keep adding new people. I keep adding 10 new people. I had 10 new people, and I delete 10 new people every single hour. And that way, I get 10 new views every single hour. So when you calculate that, I realize that it's 260. I realize you understand that it's an estimation of this number. You understand that I'll go 10 per hour is 240 views a day that I may be doing this. You have to understand that I just do this every single day per hour. And now I go times 365. I mean, that is 87,000 views just by doing this every single hour. And then I do it by 72 years. I promise you that's 6.3 million views. You understand that I make this much money long term. And now you have to understand that is my goal also. And now the whole point of this is just to show you how everything is going. And now you can see that when I post videos in my TikTok, I mean, what I do is I just post my nice beautiful video with, I post my videos here with hashtags. I do hashtags, and I do my nice beautiful at Danny Milivojevic Instagram. I have my at Danny Milivojevic Instagram there, and I make sure that people can see my Instagram and also my hashtags. So I do the same hashtags all the time, and I also put my Danny Milivojevic Instagram, and I let that be. And now in the next hour, I'll come here into this account, and I'll go delete these people, and I'll go add new people. I realize that it's worth it to do it. And then in Twitter, I can do the same thing. I can go the same thing, although in Twitter, I do this. I have no followers in Twitter and no following in Twitter. Although you understand that I now started to do hashtags here, and I add these hashtags with a link and also my Instagram. And now you can see that 30 hours ago I was active, and that's the most important thing. You can see how I'm active, and people can see I'm active. So that's important, that people can see you're active. And then you go and you see your tweets and replies. I promise you nobody is really engaging me, although you understand that it doesn't really matter. Although what matters is that you go engage them. And now when I go following, I have to go follow people that will follow me back. I always have to follow people that will follow me back only in all social medias. So what I can do is go follow people from their friends. So I'll go into their followers, and I'll go follow random people. I'll go 1, I'll go 2, I'll go 3. I'll never follow these check marks because they're never going to follow me. I go and follow, I can go into this one's profile, I can go into her followers, and I'll find people who are in daily life. I realize I have these people over here. I have these people over here, and I don't know how many I liked, although you understand that when I go back to my social media over here, I promise you now that it's going to update. I followed 12 people. And now you have to understand that you count obviously and you just follow 10 people, because if you just spam, if you're spamming people and you're following them, I promise you're going to get blocked. You're going to get blocked on social media. So what I do is I follow 10 people and I delete 10 people. And now what these people are going to do is they're going to come on my social media because I follow them. I mean, I just follow them. And then once they come into my social media, I promise you they'll click into my link and they'll give me some views. And then what I do the next hour is I delete them. I delete them because they've already seen me. I just go and see somebody else now because I don't care what they do from this point. You get it? I just make sure that I'm in their face one time. I go in their face one time and they come and see and they say, wow. And they click on my Instagram and they say, I have to see your Instagram. And what do you have here? I mean, and now they are really, really dumbfounded because my Instagram looks beautiful. I have nice, beautiful remedies going in my social media. I have something that's working out for me and I make sure to keep going. And now my Instagram is, I realize my Instagram is attractive. And now they're going to be followers on me. And then I realize if they have social media in terms of Instagram, I promise you they're going to follow me. I promise you now when they click on my bio link inside Instagram, I promise you they can go on my YouTube. I promise you they can, I promise you they can even go into my suicide line or free line. So I have a free help line where I help people just for free and I talk with them. I talk with them for free. And now at the moment, I promise you none of them from all those 150,000 impressions have not even tried to contact me. You understand? So I don't care about them. I realize that I just give them free help anyway. And now they can click into my other social medias here. I mean, they can go anywhere. They can see my health results. I mean, they can see my videos and journals and university and about me and podcast and also all of that. And they can see all my social media profiles in one. And now that's the main idea in why I link my Twitter and LinkedIn and TikTok and Snapchat. And I link also my Pinterest and my Facebook group and my Facebook profile and all my social medias into my Instagram because my Instagram holds everything. Whereas my Instagram is my main account. You have to understand that here I post once a day. I post once a day over here because it's the most effective to do so. I post once a day into my IGTV. I post once a day. I post 6 times a day into my Facebook feed. I post 100 photos here. I post 100 photos a day. And what of? Of me. It's just photos of me. You can see it's just photos of me. And now I have a full collection of photos and videos. And I'll show you how I do it also. I'll show you now when I go over here, I have a nice beautiful 20 highlight page over here. And I have 100 quotes over here that I already placed inside, although people can read it. And it's just for show. I just put that for show. And then you'll understand that it makes me look much better. And that's the whole point. And now I have a cartoon character. I have a nice beautiful bio link. And I have also I have flags on my countries and also what I am and what I consider myself to be. And my following over here is I follow Jesus Christ. So I link everybody who follows me and they go to see my following and they see one following and they get attracted and then they go to see this person over here and I promote their page. I promote Jesus Christ. And that's it. I follow that page and I just bring people to Jesus like that. Although I post 60 photos of myself a day and I just promote myself all day. I promote myself all day long in my Instagram. And now, for example, when I go into Snapchat, you'll understand that over here, I'll show you now how to really help yourself in this manner. You go into Snapchat, you see this? I see that's a friend of mine. I don't even know who that is. I just remove her because she's seen me already. I remove her also. I don't know who that is. And I don't watch the subscriptions there. Although I put my locations so that people can find me. I'm in Adelaide. I'm in Adelaide right now. I promise you now people are in Sydney. I promise you these people are in lockdown. I promise you they're in Sydney and they're stuck. I promise you because of the coronavirus pandemic. And now other people around the world, I see over here, I see other ones over here, I see Maine, I see they're all over the place. I will also say that now you'll see this. I realize that when I upload photos, I make sure to just go and upload this way. I upload anything I have that is promotional, that is also making sure that it's just about me. So I can do this as well, and I can post photos of myself like this, and you can see my content is all about me. So I can just post my photos as well. And I post 100 of these contents a day. Although what I do is inside Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat, I only post my modeling photos. I only post these ones because I need them to just look at me. I need them to look at me. I promise you that these photos of me is more than this. I promise you it's more than the other ones. I promise you now what I can do is I can promote this one too. I can promote per hour. I can promote per hour my contents on Snapchat. I promise you although that it's much more worthy that I just put my nice beautiful fashion model photos every single day because it's just once a day and people view me like that and it's more than enough. I'll show you why. I'll show you why it's more than enough. Because over here, you'll see over here, you watch. You click on my nice beautiful story over here. I post my first post over here. You see my first post over here? It says, you must share me with 10 people if I inspire you with my Instagram. And now I say, at Danny Milivojevic is my Instagram. And now anything else, I don't care if they view me or not. I realize although that it's catchy. I mean, when they view my photos over here, you'll understand that I showed my Instagram and just these photos. And now they have a choice to go and view me or not. And now when I go, for example, over here, and I press add over here, I have new people to add over here. I do the same thing, although with Snapchat, I max it out. I max everything out. And I make sure to just go add people. I'm adding people right now. And now when I add people, I promise you they'll accept me. And then what's going to happen is I'll make sure that I'll go delete them. You understand that? Now I go over here, I'll go over here. So you see how this person came to say something, and guess what? I don't even look at their messages. I say ignore friend request, and that person disappears. And over here I say with Harry, I say remove friend. I mean, he commented. I mean, he already seen my profile. I realize he already seen me. I don't need to talk to him. You understand? I don't even know who that is. And now what I do is I go deleting these people. I mean, they accepted me and I just delete them. You can see now that it's much more worthy that I'll show you how I do it. I realize that those people I just added are going to accept me and then they're going to be here. And then I just go and delete more people. I realize now, that's all clean. Then I go and add more people and I say I add you guys again. I add random people, so they're just random people I've never met. And you have to understand that I see also here that it can be doubly repeated over here. And I don't know why, although I just go adding people and I delete them anyway because it doesn't matter if they're the same people you've added before or not, because some new people will be in there. And then I just make sure to keep deleting them and adding them all over again. So you see that she also did, you see how they're showing up in my Instagram account? And then new people, I don't know who they are. Although I just delete them straight away. I delete them straight away, you'll see why. I delete them straight away because that's what Snapchat can do. You grab straight away people and then you delete them. So for example, with this person, I don't know why. You see over here, I see after viewing, I don't know what this is. I don't know, I can block him, although I have no need to block him. I just go and I remove him again because one view is everything. You have to understand one view is one view is everything. So if I block him, I promise you he can never view me again. And now I can block them too. I promise you I can block them totally. And it's probably much more worthy to do so. I can actually do that, and that way I will never have to add them ever again. I promise you now it's something worthy that you can also do, and you can block them totally, and you can make sure to do that right away. Although you can also just remove the friend. You can remove them too. I just remove this person. I remove this one as well. I remove this one as well. And then I just go and do something else now. I go do something else. I realize that now I go into my, I go over here, I go over here, I go over here. I go into my Facebook, I go into my Twitter account. I go into my Twitter account. I realize I just refresh. I refresh over here. And I just look to see where are people. So what I realize for my Instagram, I use it mainly for that and also to see trends. So every hour, I make sure to go into my trends news over here and see the trends and what's trending online. I don't know. I see although that everything, for example, here is trending, and I get to see the trends every hour. And I just stay on top of the news every single day. I can do that one. I see that's all going to show you the trends, although we're going to move on and we're going to go into my Facebook. And then, for example, with my Facebook, I see you sent me a new friend request. I thank you very much. I like this. I see somebody shared my post. You see all this over here. You can see she shared my post around and she's promoting me. I love it. And that's excellent for I never comment, so that's my, I realize that's my auntie who promoted me. I realize I never comment. I never like her comment. I never do anything of that because I just go and do my business. I've got something to do and I still love her and everything. I've got nothing against her. I realize now I go over here. I go into my ad requests. I realize that you can see that people are adding me. You see, I never wave at anybody back. I just go and do my business. I make sure to go and add people. I go and add people. I max it out totally. And here, you can see that Facebook says that you have added this many people and you cannot add anymore and whatever. I realize that with Facebook, I will also make sure to do 10 per hour because it's much more worthy that I do so. Although it's actually much more that you see that in my Facebook account, I do post one time into all social medias inside Facebook. So Facebook page and Facebook group and also Facebook profile is only going to be one post at a time. And then I just add people and delete people, and that's that. Although I will make sure to go and do 10 posts per hour, otherwise I'll get blocked. And it's much better to do 10, I realize it's much better to add 10 people via Facebook and also delete 10 people at the 1 hour mark so that I can go and add new people and delete new people and get more content like that also. So now I realize with Pinterest, I realize that I put this for show over here. I have here for show, and it's just to show you that it's just quotes. I realize it's just quotes and it's just something that you can read. And also I can go on Pinterest and do the same thing. I can go and follow people. I can go over here. I can say, I don't know. I'll say house design. I see that people are going to be in here. I realize that people are going to be in here. So I click on the followers here. I realize that there are three. I realize there are 32. I realize there's 30. I realize there's 38,000 followers inside this beautiful profile page. Although you have to understand, I follow 10 of them. I have over here. I have 10 people. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. Otherwise, now what I do is I don't care about anything else other than just making sure that they see me. I realize that once they see my profile, I realize they're going to see my profile and they're going to click on my Instagram account. I realize once they click on my Instagram account, I realize I'll take them to my Instagram and they're going to see all my social media profiles from that point. I promise you now that every hour I go deleting them. Although I have 6 profiles that I do this in. I go into Instagram, I go into TikTok, I go into Twitter, I go into Facebook and Snapchat, and I do it in YouTube. I can also do it in Instagram. I also do it in LinkedIn. So I do it in LinkedIn, which is 1. I do it in Facebook and YouTube, which is 3. I have Snapchat and TikTok and Twitter, which is 6. So when I do this every single hour, you understand how I never get blocked by doing it with 6 social medias. So I'll go 6 times 10, I'll say times 24. I add per day, I add this many people. I had 1,440 people, which is 1,440 views for free. And then I go times 72, and I go times 73. And I'll add this many people, which is 37 million people over my lifetime of over 100 years time. I realize over 100 years time, I'll be 100. And you have to understand that my goals here are to reach the age of 100. So I times it by 72 so that you realize that in 72 years I'll be 100. And then I realize that 365 in terms of times 6, I realize in terms of 365 means that my content over here is going to be doing it every day. I'll be doing it every day. I'll be adding people every single day into my content and making sure that they see my profiles. So that is what I do. And then what I do, for example, with my YouTube studio, you understand that I add new videos. I add new videos inside my YouTube studio. I'll go over here, and you have to understand that when I go here, I click on my video inside my YouTube studio. I then make sure to just press this nice beautiful pen marker. I add my thumbnails. I add all my thumbnails into my YouTube account. I add all my thumbnails. And then I put it into the desired playlist, which is, I have 3 of them at the moment. And then I put it on public. I go on public because it's a public account. You need a public account today to be somebody much more. So you have to inspire people with a public profile always. And then I made it, yes, that it's made for kids. You understand? And then also I make a generation, and I put a nice beautiful instead of a pitiful. I put a nice beautiful quote inside of my YouTube account, and with each video I have a new quote. You understand that with each video I have a new quote, and I put my Instagram there, and people can come check me out. I put a link so that people can click into my Instagram account, and it makes everything easier. So you'll understand that one. And when I go here, that's all I do with all my videos. I just put a quote and a link, and that's it. Inside the description. Although here I sort everything out by the newest date. Although what you can do is you can say your most popular video. You can see which one it is. You can say it's the Rothschilds one. You can see this. You can see straight away. You can just see your own statistics like this way, and you'll understand. You can also make sure to put the newest one or the oldest one, and whichever title you would love to do. Although the main idea here is that you go and see this. You see how I add my thumbnails? It's just photos of it's just my photos. That's all I'm adding here. I'm just adding my photos, and it's attractive. You can see it's attractive because I'm attractive. You understand? And that's all I do for my thumbnails. I realize now, when I go on my social media, I make sure to understand that is really, I go on Instagram over here, and I'll show you over here what I post inside of my Instagram, inside of these videos. So inside of these videos, I just add a quote. Although here, I'll be adding some hashtags. I'll put some hashtags in here because currently, Mark Zuckerberg blocked me. Although I understand that now I will never get blocked again. And now I add some hashtags with a quote and my Instagram, and that's that. With each post, and I do that once a day there, and I do the same here. I put some hashtags, and inside my IGTV, I put music. I realize I have music going, and I put my nice beautiful thumbnail, which is just my photo. I realize that you can see in my thumbnails here, I just put thumbnails as my photos. I realize in my YouTube account, you can see why also that my thumbnails are my photos. You see this? I realize it's all my photos. I realize it's just my face. You understand? You come here, you can see it's just my face. You understand? You come into TikTok, you can see over here. You can see over here, you see it's my face. See, you can see it's just my face. You come into Snapchat, you can see over here my face, and also you can see my face over here. Otherwise, it's just my face. You understand? And we go to Instagram. You go to Instagram stories. You got my face over here. You can see my face. You come over here. You'll come over here and you'll see in terms of my quotes. I realize my quotes are only in Pinterest. I realize my links are only in Twitter. I realize Twitter only has my YouTube links. I realize that my Pinterest only has my quotes. I realize my LinkedIn only has my pictures and links inside of my LinkedIn, and that's all I post there. And I keep it simple like that. I realize my TikTok has just my videos in terms of my face, as you've seen. And my YouTube only has my videos, and my Instagram has images and videos of my music. And you understand that is how I do social media at the moment. Although inside my Facebook, you can see my Facebook story is my face. I realize that my Facebook story and Snapchat story and Instagram story is all a picture of my face. I realize my stories on social media are just pictures of me. I keep it simple like that. I keep it one step, and I just continue to confirm friends, and I just make sure to keep going. I realize now you have to keep improving. So, for example, what I find with you helping yourself is that you understand that with life, you just have to make sure that you plan everything side by side so that you can go on a video, and so you can just make sure that you do everything in your power to just promote yourself like this. You promote yourself, and you can see that's a picture of Ayers Rock at the back, and it's attractive. And that way, you understand that people will follow you when you invite them. You see, now in my Facebook page, I just post my nice, beautiful link. I just post a link and a question or something like that. Although now I changed it into a quote. And now here, I'll always put a quote inside of this. So instead of "you must see," I'll post a beautiful quote and a link, and that's it. I see that's how I do business today. And also inside my YouTube account, in terms of my group page, I'm going to a group page. I have over here, I have my Instagram over here, although I don't know what happened there. And I understand over here is my nice, beautiful way of doing my posts. Whereas this one here, I can delete this post. I don't know what happened there. Although you understand that this one here is how I do it. I add my hashtags and then my Instagram and my link. And then I realize my beautiful photo pops up. Whereas you can see that I get views. You can see views, you can see seen by, you can see people are viewing me. You can see they're looking at me and what I'm doing. And now that's it, guys. I mean, you have to understand that in social media, you just have to be careful. You have to understand that they can block you, and you have to expand, and you have to use more social medias today so that you can go adding all these people, and so that you can realize that when you do something like this, you're going to always prosper, you're going to succeed, you're going to do something amazing. And it's a nice way to use Snapchat with a screen recording application inside Samsung, so that you can go and tape yourself along the way. Although my phone is very slow at the moment because of my battery inside my phone. So my battery phone right now, you can see on the top right corner, you can see it's at 2%, and that's why it's lagging. I can understand. Although I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope that you understand now much more about how I do it, so that you can go and experience something the same. And you just have to realize that in Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook, I post photos of myself in my stories. And then in Instagram feed, I post photos of myself. I post 60 photos a day. And then inside my IGTV, inside Instagram, I post music about me. Every single day I post one. I post one post. And it's just to keep consistent. And then also in my Instagram Reels, I post one post on my video also. And then we go into Facebook, and I post just links. I mean, it's a link page, and that's that. I'm just posting my YouTube links. And then we go into, I realize we go into LinkedIn, I realize we just post links. Whereas I'm just posting links, and that's that. I promise you every hour I post a link. Although inside Facebook, I post it once a day. And there's a reason for that, and it's because people there will come and check me out either way. Probably they'll come and see my content either way. And now it's very helpful that you understand that even in Facebook, it's so important that you keep consistent. You keep consistent, and you can also post more than once a day. and just realize that it's more enough. You have to understand it's more enough to post one time a day. You have to understand they come into your profile anyway, and you have to understand that you can also do that along the way. You have to understand that it's also helpful that you understand that with Instagram, you keep consistent, and social media you keep consistent, and inside Twitter, I post just one link. I post one link a day inside of that. Although it's important that you understand that the more followers you have and they see you, the more they're going to come and see what you're doing, and the more links you do post per hour, it comes and realize it becomes random, and it comes into their profiles, and then they can click and give you a view, and they can come and see you. So it's helpful to even keep doing it, and that way you'll understand that they will promote you even more the more they see you. So keep that in mind, and also just realize that in my Pinterest, I go adding 6 people in terms of in 6 social medias. I add 10 people each. So I do it with Pinterest and TikTok. I do it with Facebook and Twitter. I do it with also Snapchat and Instagram. I just follow Jesus Christ, and that's it. I need you guys to understand that it's very helpful that you go and do this now, and also make sure you have a YouTube studio. You have a YouTube studio. You also need your Snapchat. You need your TikTok. You need your YouTube. You need your Facebook. You need your WhatsApp. You need Facebook pages. You need one Facebook page. You just need a Facebook group as well, and a Facebook profile. You have to set it all up, and you have to put it into one bio link, as I showed you. And then that way you link everybody into your Instagram account, which is your main account, or you can make your YouTube account your main account and link everything there, or whatever you do. Although you realize that in Instagram you go and post your photos and make your face come true. You understand that what I do is I do that every single day, and I post about I and about I and about I, and that's why it's so interesting, because it's about I, and I'm a new persona here today, and that's how you're supposed to be a new persona also. You're supposed to be a new persona also. So make sure that you're always lifting yourself and doing something amazing every single day, so you can go teach people and use my examples. I gave you so many examples today, and just realize that I've shown you around YouTube Studio, I've shown you around the Instagram ads and how my content is going and all that. I've shown you how you can really support yourself, and how Mark Zuckerberg can block you, and how also that the statistics go down when he blocks you. Also, you have to understand, although when you engage people and you like their content and you follow them, I promise you they'll follow you, and then you delete them. You delete them as quickly as possible so you can go and get new views, because if you stick to promoting the same crowd over and over, you're going to lose. So go and delete them right away and promote a new crowd, because straight away the excitement is in the air when they first see you, and then it dies down. It dies down. They start to get to know you, and then they believe they know you more and more. You understand? When it's new, and they're just seeing you, they're really excited about you. And then you delete them and you never talk to them, and then that is how you create fans. You create fans for never talking to them. I promise you, if you talk to them every day, I promise you they will never call you a fan anymore. I promise you that they will never be a fan anymore. I promise you, with other people, you don't talk to them as much as possible, because that way they're going to be your fans all the time. You understand? So that's why I follow people and I delete people. And it's just an attraction method to build some hype. You have to understand that when you follow 1,400 people a day and you stay consistent like that, and you delete them on the same day, I promise you that you're gaining views. You're getting the hype, you're getting attention, and that's how you're going to build up your social media for free. Although then what you do is you gain some money, and then you give some money more, you give some more money, and you do that at the same time. You're going to elevate and multiply your efforts. So realize that it's nice and it's a long road, guys. So just realize that you go and keep doing it. Although my phone's on 1%, and I'll see you guys in the next video, because this one is about to die. So realize, guys, that's how I do it. I go on Snapchat and I delete people really quickly. And I add people really quickly, as you've seen. And I just make sure to keep doing that so that I can also have new views. And also you can go and block people as well and add a new crowd. So I'll see you guys in the next video.